Hello, this is Angela with CurlyCoilyTresses. I have a new tutorial for you today. This one is using Flexi rods. They provide more a spiral type curl. So I will step you through my wash day regimen from beginning to end, shampooing with the Nita Grant Babassu shampoo bar, following up with Nourish treatment for my deep conditioning and detangling session, rinsing well, and then applying Enrich before I even stepped out of the shower. It helps to maximize the amount of moisture coming back into the strands. And then once I was out of the shower, I finished styling by separating and then parting and installing the Flexi rods and then applying a little bit of squalene oil. Sat under the dryer for 2 hours, and then this is the finished style. Stay tuned for the full video. Thanks so much. So I am just out the shower. I use my Nita Grant Babassu shampoo bar, followed by Nourish treatment for detangling and deep conditioning, rinsed well, and then I followed up with my Enrich moisturizer. I applied it while my hair was fully saturated with water to enhance the level of water, the level of moisturization for the product, and everything is detangled and sectioned, and I am ready for the next step. Okay, so here I am back for the next step. As you can see, I've got my Flexi rods in. I'm ready to go in our Flexi rod. Again, you want the shorter end here, longer end out there, because that's the way you wrap. Now, of course, if you wrap with your right hand, you would do this the opposite way that I'm doing it, but I prefer to hold with my right and wrap with my left. And as you do it, you may need to switch things up. So once you do it, you feel it, you experience it, and then you'll get to know what works best for you. Now also something that I do is keep up with all of my shed hairs that come out during the course of a styling session, and I take a picture of them at the end so that I can keep track of how much hair I'm losing. So I know if my hair is trending up, trending down, or what may be happening. So we're ready for another part. Comb through, make sure we're all good and detangled. Smooth through those ends. Get our squalene oil. And we're ready with our Flexi rod. Again, shorter end, closer to the right hand because that's my bracing hand. My left hand is my spinning hand or spiraling hand, whichever you prefer. And smooth it out. Bend the Flexi rod around. So we'll make this into 2 sections. Coming down to the end. Smooth it out. Check on those ends. Get all of our shed hairs out so that they are not in the way to create havoc. And again, I keep up with my shed hairs just so I can take a picture and track. Got our Flexi rod going in, twisting all the way down till you get to the end. Smooth those ends around, and then we bend that Flexi rod. One last section. Smooth those ends. Get our squalene oil here. There we go. Got our Flexi rod. We're going in. Again, my bracing hand has the shorter end. My spinning hand has the longer end. I go all the way down the hair shaft, smooth it out, bend it around. Last Flexi rod in. So now what I do is I will sit underneath the dryer. Usually about 2 hours works for me. It depends on your hair thickness. It depends on how much hair you put on each Flexi rod. I try and use more Flexi rods to keep the hair thinner and more spread out so it does not affect my dry time. And I think I have 6 packs of Flexi rods. So So I probably used about maybe a total of 40 flexi rods are in my hair. So just to give you an idea of what this will look like in the end and how many flexi rods I take. So we're at the end of this phase. The next phase when you see me will be after the drying is done. My hair is completely dry, just before I take down. See you soon. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and add my pumpkin seed oil. Forgot to do that, but I remembered. So, I'm not using heavy amounts. I'm just kind of hitting on my scalp there. This helps with any flaking, irritation, itching that you may be having. Pumpkin seed oil is very nutritious in vitamins and in minerals. So it can do wonders for the hair. Okay, we are ready for the takedown now. The hair is completely dry. I spent about 2 hours under the dryer getting it dry so you can see throughout. And then now we're just going to start the takedown. Fairly simple. Just straighten out the flexi rods and unroll. Now if you prefer, you can use some type of oil on your fingers when you're taking down and separating. I don't, but it is your choice. And you're looking for your curls to spring back. They don't spring back. It's because they are not quite dry. Just going to get a lot of frizz at that point. So again, to review how we got here, I shampooed with Babasu Coconut Oat Shampoo Bar. That is from Anita Grant. Then I use Nourish Treatment for deep conditioning and detangling. And then after rinsing, I moved on to Enrich Moisturizer while my hair was completely and totally saturated with water. In fact, while I was still in the shower before I even got out. And with my hair clipped and in sections, I started installing the flexi rods. And again, I use Goody brand flexi rods because they are latex free. There are 2 sizes to a pack. This larger purple size, and then they have a smaller size that's a bright blue color. They're 20 to a box, and it's 8 of the larger ones and 12 of the smaller ones that come to a box. And also check my flexi rods for shed hairs as they are coming out, so they won't be in the way the next time I use them. Okay, so we have all of the flexi rods out. So now we can begin the curl separation process. And again, this is where you could use oil. I don't. But you just gently separate the curl where it's naturally breaking. And if you separate each curl a few times, you will get more volume. I'm just using my thumb and my index finger to slide down the curl and break it apart where it's normally separated. Just taking it nice and easy. If you rough up the curls too much as you're separating, you will get frizz. You've worked too hard to this point to get frizz. Trust me. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is just smooth back my edges. I don't necessarily use any product on them or gel on my edges. I just kind of lay them down a little bit with a brush. Then we go in with the pick. This helps to break up the part lines and give you some additional volume.